If you collapsed on a sidewalk right now, you'd want a crowd around you. More eyes, more help. Right? Wrong. There's a strange rule in human psychology. The more people who witness you in trouble, the less likely any single one of them is to help you. Not because people are cruel, not because people don't care. Something else is going on in their brains. And once you see it, you'll notice it everywhere. New York City, 1964. A young woman named Kitty Genovese is attacked outside her apartment building late at night. The attack goes on, lights turn on in windows nearby, and yet, for a long stretch of time, nobody calls for help. The story that spread afterward was that dozens of neighbors watched and did nothing, cold and indifferent to a woman dying feet away. That version turned out to be exaggerated. Later reporting showed some neighbors didn't fully realize what they were seeing, and at least one person did try to get help. But the case stuck in the minds of two psychologists, and it sent them looking for something the cold city explanation couldn't account for. Why do people who clearly care still fail to act when others are around? In 1968, John Darley and Bibley Tainay ran a study that would define this entire field. They put people in separate rooms, told them they were having a discussion over an intercom, and one participant, an actor, pretended to have a seizure mid-conversation. Here's the twist. Some participants believed they were the only other person on the call. Others believed there were 4 or 5 other people listening in. When people thought they were alone with the victim, nearly all of them rushed to help, fast, within a minute or so. When people thought 4 other people were also listening, help slowed down. Fewer than half acted at all, and the ones who did took much longer to move. Same emergency, same sounds of distress. The only thing that changed was how many other people were believed to be present, and that one variable cut the response rate in half. 2 mechanisms are doing the damage here, and they work together. First, diffusion of responsibility. When you're the only witness, the responsibility to act sits entirely on you. There's no one to share it with, no one to defer to. But the moment a second person shows up, your brain quietly does the math. Someone else can handle this. Add a third person, a fourth. The perceived personal responsibility keeps shrinking, even though the total responsibility hasn't changed at all. Nobody decided not to help. The responsibility just got divided into pieces too small for anyone to feel. Second, pluralistic ignorance. This one's sneakier. In an ambiguous situation, is that man on the ground drunk or having a heart attack? People look around at everyone else's reaction before deciding how to feel about it themselves. And here's the trap. Everyone else is doing the exact same thing. Since nobody wants to be the one who overreacts and looks foolish, everyone keeps their face calm and neutral. And when you look around and see a room full of calm, neutral faces, your brain reads that as, this must not be an emergency, even though every single person in that room might be silently panicking and just as unsure as you. A crowd of individually worried people can produce a group that looks and acts completely unbothered. That's the bystander effect. It's not apathy, it's a room full of people mirroring each other into paralysis. Once you know this pattern, you start seeing it outside of emergencies too. It's why a typo sits in a group Slack channel for 3 days. Everyone assumes someone else will flag it. It's why a struggling coworker's warning signs get missed in a big office, but caught immediately by one attentive friend. It's why online, a person in visible distress in a busy comment section can get scrolled past by thousands of people, while the same post shown to one person, alone, is far more likely to get a reply. Here's the part that actually matters. This effect has a documented fix, and it's disturbingly simple. If you're ever the one who needs help in a crowd, don't shout, "Somebody help me." Point at one specific person. Say what they're wearing. You, in the blue jacket, call 911. The moment responsibility has a name and a face attached to it, diffusion collapses. That one person can no longer assume someone else will step in, because you've just told the group out loud that they are the someone else. And if you're ever the bystander, the fix is just as simple. The instant you feel that flicker of, this seems wrong, act on it before you have time to scan the crowd's face for permission. The scanning is the trap. Your gut reaction, before the social calibration kicks in, is usually the accurate one. So, no, a crowd isn't automatically a safety net. Sometimes it's the opposite. A room where everyone's responsibility gets divided down to nothing, and everyone's fear gets mirrored back and forth until it looks like calm. The fix isn't more people caring, It's one person acting before the crowd has a chance to talk them out of it. If this rewired how you think about crowds, subscribe